We're back. It's AVA 2022 global release. I've been asked by a lot of people that still follow me amazingly after all these years to make a quick video on my thoughts of the game. So here we are. AVA Dog Tag was kind of like a derivative AVA that came out a few years ago, and that just immediately failed. Red Duck went bankrupt or something, and they just scrapped the game. NeoWiz came in and they basically just re-released the original game, but now it's not pay to win. So all of the skins that you see now they're just cosmetics now. They don't have any additional stats like they did before, which got really out of hand. The power creep in this game just got so insane, and I'm kind of glad that they got rid of that. With that being said, there are a few relics of that pay-to-win environment that have crept over into this version. And by that, I'm saying the armor in this game is just super tanky. Right out the bat, I think the para is really underpowered in this version because it used to take, 2 to 3 bullets to kill someone with a para. Now it takes 3 to 4 at close range and 4 to 5 at long range, which doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but for a gun that's really hard to use like the para, and especially in this current meta, the way the game plays, it's just really difficult to use the gun. So definitely AK-47, M4 are the king rifleman weapons to use. They are definitely tier 1 weapons. The para is just kind of like a old weapon that's just here to fight, but it's like the dark horse, I guess. It doesn't really have a place in the meta, unfortunately, which is really disappointing for me, but it is what it is. My biggest complaint really from a gameplay mechanic standpoint would just be the aim punch. I was actually looking through some clips that I grabbed just to see, because I was curious as to how bad it is. And so I was playing Chromite. Here we go. And you'll see, my crosshair was all over the place. My aim was obviously not the best in this scenario, but if you slow it down a bit here, you'll see that there's aim punch that's pretty prevalent. And again, it's so slight. It's so it's happening so quickly. It's unless you slow down the footage like I am right here, you likely wouldn't notice it unless you got a headshot or something. So I'm shooting at this guy. I finally hit him here, and then he hits me. And right there, just in that one frame, literally a millisecond, my crosshair decides to go up. And what this does to your brain mentally is you're trying to correct for that. You don't even know what's happening, but you're trying to correct for it. So the second time I get hit, I get aim punched again. And this time, right here, the aim punch decides to go down. And again, this is all happening instantaneously. And there is no counter to this. It is entirely random. It doesn't, the thing is, if aim punch only went one direction, at least you would know to counteract the aim punch by pulling your mouse down. But in this scenario, it's going up and it's going down. How do you counteract that? The only thing you can do is try to correct for it, but by the time you correct for it, it's already too late, and you now have to correct other things that are happening. Like right here, I get hit again, right around here, and my crosshair just goes everywhere. It just, look how far down it goes. That's massive. Obviously I'm not aiming at the guy, but even if I was aiming at the guy, if I was aiming at his head, now it's a leg shot. Why? And it's so random. And this is happening not just to me, this is happening to him too when I'm hitting him. So it's not like he's intending for any of this to happen. It's all just random. The firefight engagements in this game just feel so random, and it's really just frustrating overall. And I think a big part of that is just because the armor in this game is so tanky and it takes so many bullets. And when every bullet is doing aim punch and it takes 6 bullets and you're getting aim punched 5 or 6 times just in a firefight, it's just you feel it, and it's just the game just feels broken. It feels like you're lagging or something. It's really awkward. And I don't see a reason why it exists in this game. There's no real mechanic behind it. It's just baked into the game. Like other modern titles that have aim punch, like Apex Legends, they only have aim punch when you have no shield. In CS:GO, you only get aim punch if you don't have armor. Like that's the mechanic there. There's a mitigation. You get armor or you get shields and then you don't get aim punched. In this game, you have the best armor and you just get aim punched all the time, every time. There's no way to avoid it other than not getting hit, which, it's just a silly mechanic. I don't see why it belongs in a game like this, especially when they're trying to make it competitive. The only time I really see aim punch needing to exist is when you're fighting a sniper, because the snipers in this game are stupidly overpowered. I think aim punch should still be there for them. If anything, they should probably get a little bit more when they're scoped in, ever so slightly. But yeah, the rifleman, the point man engagements, it feels so, it's so jarring when you get hit. So yeah, from a gameplay perspective, that's the only thing I would really modify is tweak the armor in this game. Like the para is just so weak because the helmets are so tanky in this game. You can't one shot, so there's no point in using a para, and so it's all just high fire rate, low power weapons, and just holding left click until you kill the enemy. There is really no like skill there. There's no precision. There's no like, I guess there's less engagement. You're just holding down left click and hoping you kill them before they kill you, and you hope the aim punch doesn't kill you before it kills them. That's really what every firefight boils down to in this game. It's just a lot of pre-fire, fire hosing nonsense, and I wish they would kind of tweak that. As far as like the shop is concerned and the content delivery and all that, they added a battle pass. Everyone's got a battle pass nowadays. Just how it is. I do like that it adds a little bit of progression here, I guess. My only complaint is that it costs way too much money. Like you're talking $18 for a battle pass in a game that came out in 2007. Like that's not. Come on, guys. That's way too expensive. You guys gotta dial that back a bit. Second thing is, the ethics of this whole gambling system. This has always been around in AVA, and I don't really see this. It's not in good taste to have this in a game in 2022. Like it's basically gambling. There's a reason why this game is banned in Belgium and the Netherlands, and it's because of shit like this. Like it just really everything needs to be fixed price. Or at the very least, tell me my odds of getting this weapon. Because right now, they're just like, oh, spend your money and hope you get this weapon. But what are the odds? Who knows? Is it 1 in 10? 1 in 100? 1 in 1,000? Who knows? But you're spending $1 every single time you want to try. Just the ethics there are just a little questionable, that's all. Content-wise, you start with 5 guns per class. I think they're going to add more down the road, hopefully. Lots of skins. I'm not really a big fan of skins, but I understand, that's how they're going to monetize the game, so I'm all for it. I just feel like it's a little bit watered down right now. All the guns kind of feel the same except for the para. And we only have 1 shotgun on the point man class. The snipers feel pretty good. The other complaint really, and I sound like I'm just bitching about this game, but I really do want it to succeed, but there is no custom lobbies either. You're just stuck with 3 modes and you don't even get to choose the map. So like what is that? Like let me do some custom matches. How are we as a community that is so small supposed to like play as a community when we can't, like we're just locked into playing against random people every single time? Like this type of system works for like big games, big AAA games that don't have small communities, but the AVA is such a small community that this is just pointless. Just give us custom lobbies at the very least as an option, especially if you want to see this game be competitive. And I didn't really snipe that much, but I'm sure a lot of people want to play sniper only, and right now there is no option for that. Like there used to be so many different custom room types, and the community would just like invent their own games. And right now, we're just kind of shoehorned into playing the game the way that NeoWiz wants us to play it. And I just, hopefully they add the custom lobby back in, because right now it's just it's not acceptable right now. If this is a closed beta, oh look, my game crashed. Awesome. If this is a closed beta, they really just need to prioritize, the content. Let the community come up with its own stuff. Like let us do what we want to do. Don't try to shoehorn this stuff on us. Um, but yeah, other than that, I'm really enjoying AVA. Definitely nostalgic. I feel like a kid when I'm playing Cold Case or Dual Sight, but I want to see the game succeed. I don't think this will ever be a big game, but with the small community that we have, let's try to make the most of it and enjoy it while it's still here. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.